بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين أما بعد. As we on Wednesday nights we go through some of the lives of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, his way of doing things, the prophetic etiquettes. The purpose of this is to try to practice these into our life. Whatever is found, whatever an individual is able to do according to his capacity. Of course, the life of Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam, it's an icon. It's a life that everyone should try to strive to imitate and try to practice those teachings into their lives. So today's hadith is about the departure of Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam, in what type of condition as far as the worldly things are concerned, possession of wealth, type of clothing, that in what condition he departed from this world. And this is something to reflect on, because the more a person has, the more he will have to give account on the Day of Judgment. And when a person goes from this world having less, he has to give less account on the Day of Judgment. As Abu Darda radiyallahu anhu said, that between me and Jannah there is the bridge, and that's the bridge of the Day of Judgment. And those people who are light in weight, it is easier for them to cross. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make it easy for us. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. عن أبي بردة رحمه الله قال: أخرجت إلينا عائشة رضي الله عنها بكساء ملبد وإزار غليظا فقالت: قبض روح رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم في هذين متفق عليه. Abu Burda rahimahullah. Abu Burda, he is the son of Abu Musa al-Ash'ari radiyallahu anh. He was born after the demise of Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam, during the time when Abu Musa al-Ash'ari was made the governor of Kufa. Abu Burda rahimahullah, he was considered from the great muhaddithun during the time of Tabi'een. And great scholars narrated ahadith from Abu Burda rahimahullah. The reason his name was Abu Burda, he didn't have a daughter named Burda. The reason why his name was Abu Burda, because once after the child was born, his father Abu Musa Ash'ari radiyallahu anhu sent him to the village to go and get better nourishment, as it was the custom of that time. And when he came back after 2 years, he was wrapped in a cloth, and Burda is a cloth. So he looked at him and he told him Abu Burda, and from there this laqab or kunniya was given to Abu Burda rahimahullah. His real name was Amir or Harith. He became the Qadi of Kufa in 76 year of Hijrah, after Qadi Shuraih. Qadi Shuraih rahimahullah, as we know, very famous Qadi of the time, he served in the position of Qudat for 60 years. From the time of Umar ibn al-Khattab radiyallahu anhu all the way through the kingdom of Banu Umayyah, Malik bin Marwan. During the time Hajjaj ibn Yusuf was al-Thaqafi, was the governor of Kufa. At that time Qadi Shuraih was the Qadi in Kufa. 1 year after he left the office, Qadi Shuraih, he passed away at the age of 110. So 109, 60 years he served the position of Qudat, Qadi Shuraih. After he resigned, Abu Burda took that position, and he served for about 6 years, and after that he resigned. So Abu Burda says that I came to al-Mu'mineen Aisha radiyallahu anha's house, knocked on the door, and I wanted to ask her the question that in what condition Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam departed from this world. Meaning, what was his worldly belongings? How much he owned? What type of property he owned? So Aisha radiyallahu anha told me to stand at the door. She went inside and she brought two pieces of cloth. The first one had patches on it, and the other one was very thick. And she said, the Prophet ﷺ left these two things behind. He only left these two. قُبِضَ رُوحُ رَسُولِ اللَّهِ صَلَّى اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِ وَسَلَّمَ فِي هَذَيْنِ. The Prophet ﷺ only left these two things behind. So that shows the simplicity of Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, despite the fact that he had every single means to go and take as much as from the world without any hisab, because Allah Azza wa Jal has already granted him the glad tidings of Jannah. Allah forgive his sins. But despite of all of this, the Prophet ﷺ, he adopted the life of simplicity. And from the dua of Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam was, Allahumma ahyini miskina wa amitni miskina wa ahshurni fi zumratil masakin. That, oh Allah, make me live like a miskin person. The one who doesn't have a lot. The one who is able to survive with bare minimum. And when I die, I don't possess a lot of wealth and worldly things. And on the day of judgment, I want to be reckoned amongst them. Why? Because they won't have any hisab. Everything that a person has, from his intellect to his health, to his wealth, to his job, to his capability, to his education, all of that is the ni'mah and rizq of Allah. And on the day of judgment, every single thing we will have to give hisab. So we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make us amongst the successful one, that on the day of judgment, Allah Azza wa Jal is happy with us. And we ask Allah to give us the ability to imitate Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam in our life. Of course, this is the most difficult part. But at least we can start somewhere. We can downgrade into some levels of our life where we can do it for the sunnah of Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam. We ask Allah to grant us the strength and the ability. جزاكم الله خيرا. سبحان الله وبحمده. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك. ونشهد أن لا إله إلا